Good morning. Hope you're all well. Hope you're enjoying the new year. Back in training, back working hard. It's freezing here as well today, which is why I've got the big, thick jumper on over the, of course, me diving in shirt. But what we've got for you today is some VO2. So if you remember, I did a video, when would that have been, a few months ago now, where we were kind of talking about different intensities and kind of their purpose in our swimming training. And so VO2 is that intensity that can last for between 4 and 6 minutes. So on a very simple level, to get better to get our VO2 system better, to be able to be faster in that for that amount of time, we have to spend an amount of time at that effort or close to. So depending on the distance we swim, we might go slightly slower than that kind of VO2 pace, or slightly faster like we have done in the past when we've done 25s. Now, I think I only filmed this, pretty much this session at the start of the season. I don't think I showed you the other VO2 variation we did, which I will show you when we get around to it this time, just to see the difference. But this set is pretty simple. So we've got 10 50s, and the first 25 of that 50 is fast. It's meant to be at 100% of our maximal aerobic speed, so that pace that we can maintain. But we've not actually done the testing yet since we've come back from the Christmas. So, but pace ends up being a little bit irrelevant anyway. But just do a 25 fast-ish, and then a 25 where your only goal is to swim just fast enough to make the turnaround. And so we want to be touching 2 seconds and push off. So I was off 40 seconds on this. So we had 10 50s off 40 like that. I had the first 4 of them were the first 25 fly, and then after that just straight freestyle. Then an extra 2 minutes in between rounds, and we run through that 3 times. Thanks for them balloons. We then repeated that same concept on kick. So a 25 fly kick, 25 freestyle kick off 50. I was off 50. Again, that fly strong, the freestyle just enough to make the turnaround. So we'll get that up now. And we start with the first rep of the set is obviously fly. And this set is really deceptive. You kind of have to swim it feeling much easier than you might expect. That first one there, the stroke looks pretty good. I know you can't see it too well from this angle. It's a bit CCTV-esque. But I was 12.2 on that first 25, which was pretty decent, but a little bit worrying for what might come after. So I thought we'll show the whole of this second 50 just so you can see the difference in or the way we do it with that turnaround. So 25 fly into the freestyle. Now what I'm doing on the freestyle here now as well is I'm breathing to the left. So normally I only breathe to the right when I swim fast. So one of my ideas for helping my freestyle improve now is to, when it's not all out, just breathe to the left, and then it feels like a different stroke. And as I come here then, touch, 1, 2, and gone. Okay, that's kind of how short the rest is. That's really going to get the heart rate high. So even though kind of on paper we're 10 50s at 85% of that maximal aerobic speed, the heart rate dictates, that rest is going to make that heart rate go really high. As we come into the last rep of this first round, then you see the stroke's a bit ropey. I've lost a bit of rotation there. It just looks slow. It doesn't look like there's much effort in, even though obviously I know swimming it there was as much effort as I could put in. So coming in then, finishing this. So VO2, as we kind of mentioned before, is going to be useful for that back end speed. It's also going to help recovery in between rounds. So if we do heat final or you're racing on multiple days, VO2 is going to be useful there as we finish that first round. Into round 2 then, again still the first 4 reps with the fly. So we can see, start this one. And again, the fly is looking smooth there. Looking good. And then, straight through the next well, I suppose we nine reps. We'll probably see the last one again. Again, we can compare this to the last rep of the first round. I think we've probably got even less rotation, even less speed, even less kind of I don't know how to describe it. Like looking, it doesn't look very good, but it's getting really hard. Kind of this set is really hard anyway, and I think because we've not done any VO2 improvement work for what's that, probably 2 months or so, 2.5 months maybe. That kind of this set as well, having that time off is a bit of a shock to the system there. Finishing round 2. Round 3 is where it starts getting really hard. You see me here struggling a bit. And that 2 minutes rest ends up going by very fast. So into round 3, and this is where I was starting to struggle quite a lot. Getting some cramp, getting quads and calves and my feet, kind of everything's just seizing up a little bit. And then to make matters worse, as we go into where are we now? Yeah, so we're just seeing the fourth of those fly reps, just so you can see the difference between the first and that last rep, how much of a drop off there is on that rep. And then the next 6 reps, then I'm next to Donnie, and Donnie was just smashing me. Every time I pushed off a wall, I felt like I was starting to cramp. Tried to go all out for this last 25, get to about here, yeah, there, and then suddenly calves gone, quads gone, can barely swim, and Donnie just swims away from me. You can see this is going to be actually the only time in this set that I just switched to backstroke as well to try and loosen off my legs. So really, really hard set. Really, really tough, kind of deceptive. It sounds on paper quite straightforward, but it's really hard. But we're only, I suppose, what is that, 2/3 of the way through. We then finish off with that same idea. I think I have to stretch my calves here. So we'll go into that same idea then with the kick. And here, I don't know if we'll be able to see it. Maybe if you're a bit eagle-eyed, you'll see when I start to cramp up on this as well. Probably the cramp I could, if I was to eat more salt, probably. I think we did some race prep stuff in the morning, and then lifted in the afternoon, and then this. So it's quite a very intense day, really. As we kind of go through here, so it's kind of understandable, especially kind of not being used to it. But this is something that I will hopefully see a lot of improvement on this over the next 3 weeks, 4 weeks that we're doing this version of the set, and then I think we've got about 8 weeks of VO2 as the main our secondary focus. So hopefully in those 8 weeks, my ability on sets like this will improve massively as we come into the finish there of round 2. Round 3 then, and we know we've only got 5 more 50s. So start off, and I like fly with a board and snorkel. I think when I've done fly in the past, sometimes I've done arms by side, which I think is also very, very good. I think you still get you get the most range of motion, arms by your side. But I think for a set like this, where it's about trying to make a turnaround, the flutter kick arms by side is going to be very slow. And this is the last rep then of the session. And this actually is still finished at 16.2, I think Lewis got it as. So it's still not dead slow, which is quite encouraging, really. So yeah, hopefully that all gets better. But yeah, that'll do from me, I think. I'll say, yeah, thanks for watching. And I'll leave a bit at the end now coming up. This is just going to be kind of me recapping after the session with Lewis, kind of telling my immediate thoughts after. Cheers. Probably found out that the second round of swim were like threatening, and then on the last round of swim, with like every push off and every fly kick, just kind of in there, just going. And then my calf as well on the last swim one. Kick, yeah, feet, calves.
The body was just like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Where was this in that?
I was 10 kicks apart from the very last rapid fly I did, and I was stroke, no breathing on all bar those last two.